Brandon here, time for more Brandon's boy problems. So my type is definitely evolving as I move to New York. I've been here 3 months now, and I definitely feel like my type is changing a little. I've always been attracted to like big, beefy, brawny, butch, and bearded guys. Ever since I knew I was first gay at like 3 years old, I've always liked a bigger man. I like being the girl in the relationship. I like being the more femme one. I like being with guys that are bigger than me. Granted, I do have big muscles. Like I don't expect a guy to have bigger muscles than me, but like body size wise, like I like a guy that is taller than me, weighs more than me. That's just what I've always liked, and that's what I'm attracted to. It's always been like that. I feel like racially my type is changing. Like growing up and through college, I pretty much dated like mainly white, but I also got with like all races, but I pretty much was like everything but black. And then I made the switch in my mid-20s to like black only once I overcame my internalized racism and once I started watching more like black gay web series, seeing more black gay love, etc. So it went from everything but black to black only. Like my first boyfriend was African, my next boyfriend was black. Like I've only been in relationships with dark-skinned black men. So now that I'm in New York, I feel like New York is such a diverse city. I'm kind of getting back more into like my pre-black only days where like I am more into all races again. Like I've hooked up with guys that are like Latino, black. I've been with Samoan. I've been with like a Turkish guy. So I've been getting with like white, Latino. So like I've been pretty diverse since I moved to New York, and New York is so diverse. And I feel like I'm not gonna limit myself to like only be with black guys, since I feel like I'm not really even encountering that many black guys I find appealing in New York. And it's like I'm not gonna limit myself, and I feel like most of my friends that are black gay men do pretty much only date other black gay men, and that really is like the norm in the black gay community. And I was a black gay man that only dated black gay men for the past since 2017, so that's like 7 years. But I've changed and going back to like interracial dating, and honestly since I've been in New York, the guys I've been most into have been like Latino. Granted, I do live in the most Latino part of New York, which is Washington Heights, but the guys I've been getting with don't even live in my neighborhood. But I keep like catching feelings for like I guess Latino guys, but I haven't really had the best experiences so far in New York. Like, it is a lot of inconsistency. It's a lot of like flakes and guys that are just like, well, the thing about New York is like it is so expensive, so everyone's busy like hustling, trying to survive, working, involved in their like organization, trying to make money. So it's like most people aren't focusing on dating because they're so busy trying to work and stay afloat and pay their bills. But I definitely want to get back into like dating more consistently, and I want to have a boyfriend, I feel like, in the near future. But I do feel like I've definitely become way more open-minded. It's just kind of interesting how like when you just I guess grow and get older and even just move your location, like your dating preferences definitely do switch. And I've even started getting more into like smaller guys, even though I don't really see myself with a guy that's like much smaller than me. But like I'm starting to find some like more like fit guys attractive. Definitely not skinny, like I do not like skinny, but like a fit muscular guy that maybe might weigh a little less than me. But I'm like definitely evolving, and I'm noticing this change and shift in like preferences, and it's just interesting to like notice that, especially looking back from like where I started in like high school and college, where I was pretty much only into like white bears or like bears that weren't black, and then I suddenly got into like black men only, and then now it's like back to like diversity. So, and just living in the Northeast, like it's very diverse, like interracial dating is normal here. So I just really don't ever see myself like limiting myself to like black men only while in New York. Though I mean, I have been seeing black men, I've been going out with black men, I still have my love for black men, but it's like I definitely more open-minded, especially when it's like I do want to be able to degree, and that is harder to find in the black gay community or black community in general. So I want a man with a degree when it comes to like dating. Like I've never dated a guy with a degree. I never dated someone I guess that super stable or like successful. So it's like I really want to like finally experience that in a relationship. Like I just want someone that I can do everything I want to experience in a relationship. Like, honestly, go out, see the city, explore, go on dates, travel. And you need to have a certain level of income to afford living in New York City, and also afford to do that on your own and do that with a partner. So I definitely feel like what I want and what I'm willing to tolerate in a relationship is changing. And I also feel like I just can't be black only in New York because it's also the whole like, I don't know, a lot of black men come with bullshit. It's the truth. Like, I'm not dealing with faceless profiles. I'm not dealing with like attitude. I'm not dealing with that. And it's like, I feel like I deal with that a lot with like online dating. Like, I had the worst date of my life with a black man a few weeks ago, but I mean, I'm not gonna take that out on all black men. But also the fact that I'm also not pause friendly. So the fact that I don't want to be with a pause man and half the black community is pause, it definitely does limit my options. So especially after I got canceled, I kind of that did caused like a big rift between me and the black gay community. Granted, I've still mainly been hooking up with and going on dates with black gay men since I got canceled like over like a year and a half ago. But it definitely did make a switch for me to be like, ugh, maybe it's time to exit this preferring black men because I just want better for myself and I don't think I'm gonna get that. Limiting myself to only black gay men. So I'm open-minded, open to all races again. I still prefer guys close to my age, and I definitely want more quality men with degrees, which isn't that hard to find in the Northeast, especially compared to like living in the South. Like the South, I could never find a guy with a degree, but in the Northeast, I feel like it's definitely way easier finding guys that are more financially stable, career successful, has a degree, has more going for them. So I'm optimistic with my dating options in New York City.